My name's Isaac Rosner, and this is DIY Speed. So there's a reason why the Pontiac's not inside right now. This lift, we had to redo the concrete, put it in, and the guys who did it measured wrong, and it's an extra 4 inches wider than it should be. So we can't run the hydraulics or the cables on it. So hopefully in the next week they're gonna come out, pull this out, move it to the right measurement, and we'll hook up this lift and things start to come inside again. Another issue we have is that there's just a lot of material in here right now. I mean, the bike's still there, but there's a lot of construction material for a couple of properties. That's gonna be moved out soon, but I mean, this is storage for now. Here's the wheel from the other day. So that's basically why we're working outside today. And what I went ahead and did, because I'm tired of feeling like I'm gonna kill myself on these 3-ton jacks, is I went and bought a 6-ton jack from Napa. They have a sweet deal right now. You buy a bucket for $3, you get 20% off your order. So yeah, that saved me 50 bucks. And we went ahead, got this, got the Firebird up on the jack stands. So we start looking at it. So if my GoPro doesn't die, we're gonna go ahead and start looking at it. So from the front, got the nose right here. The Valiance. I mean, that's just rusty crap. But that's fine. I want it to be rusty. It's the Rust Bird. You know, I need it to be structurally safe for a drag strip, but you know, so far, I haven't seen anything to say this thing's damned. I have seen some issues like this cross member right here is unfortunately rotted to either too much or just enough where I'm gonna do it. It's only right here that it's got rot on it. The rest of it is good. The rest of it is pretty decent. But is decent safe? Or is decent gonna kill me? Now, next bit of rust is around the, first of all, there's trees growing through everything. I gotta do some more yard landscaping. There's rust on the subframe where the spring goes up, right around here. I don't know if you can see it. It might not be good enough lighting. So that's something I gotta look into. I might need to buy a subframe or do some cutting and welding on it, but it's really back here, the back frame rails or subframe all the way to where it connects to the body, it's all still there. And we're gonna slowly work our way through everything here. Let me see if I can get a little bit better of an angle. The control arms down here aren't so bad. Rusty, but not super scaly. So it's pretty much just surface rust. I mean, this thing did sit, so it wasn't salt that was killing it. It's definitely, I gotta tear the whole front end off of it. I gotta tear off all the tie rod all the way to the steering pump, take the steering pump out, take everything, and then really get to intimately know. Ooh, found a hole on the subframe. Right there. You see some daylight on the subframe. So I'm gonna have to go and do a good poke through on all this. I gotta pull the engine out still. You can see where they bottomed it out here. That's pretty funny. They hit something and bottomed out. the bell housing for the transmission. But it's still so complete. Like, there's parts of it that look tremendously, like, preserved. There's parts of it that look great, and then there's parts of it that it's like, damn, that's such a shame. Transpan's still in good shape because it's covered in oil. I bet this thing had a nasty leak. It definitely had a nasty leak. This is like old dinosaurs attached to it. And yeah, I mean, I gotta work my way all the way. They undercoated this. I think that was one of the biggest factors for why it's even still around, is this thing had undercoating on it that kept it around. Anyways, keep working my way around. The aluminum pieces on the trans, like this bracket that holds the shifter, right, the shifting linkage, that's in perfect condition. So let's see, Quaker State QS 25 oil filter on it. I don't see a date. It'd be nice if people dated things so you could see when it was done. Motor mounts look all right. Motor mounts are rusty, but they look fine. 2 bolts to pull the motor. I should start just pulling stuff off this, shouldn't I? It's got Y pipe on it. See, it comes out this side and this side of the exhaust. Turns into one, runs out the back. The muffler fell out when I took it, but it was completely eaten up, so I didn't hold on to it. But I did keep the rest of the exhaust in it. And yeah, I mean, she's rusty crusty, don't get me wrong, but it's there. Got the passenger side tires off. Went ahead and pulled the grease cap off the end of the drum right here, and believe you me, that doesn't look too bad. So it doesn't seem like it wants to spin. I probably should have grabbed a longer one of these. Yeah, doesn't want to spin, but there's a chance that I could get this whole damn thing off, and then I don't care if it wants to spin or not. So let's see if I can get this off. Let's see if we can do it one-handed with the camera. Take you along for the ride. All right. Here we go. Come on. There we go. All right. That's dirty. That's greasy. Clean grease makes for dirty hands. So, glove on, camera in one hand, glove in the other. Up, up. And I'm not going to take this off all the way, but I'm going to start to back it off a bit so I can bang on this drum and see if I can get it to loosen up a bit. Just a smidge. Up, up, up. All right. Oh, she is seized on solid. One side's ready to give up. The drum on this side needs to be beat. So I'm gonna keep working this. I'm gonna grab something big enough to grab this crown nut and take it off. There's a washer I see right behind it. And let's see if we can get this down to spindle. Oh, mud. Caked on mud. I'm using the wrong tool. Sorry, just I need to for my, just because I'm, oh, look at that. Ooh. Controller starting to poke through. Seem to be protected by layers of dust and mud. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm doing this more for me than for anything else, just because I want to clean this mud off. Makes it feel good when I do that. Look at that. Look at that. Control arms are good. Frame's there, subframe's got some holes in it, but I don't mind patching it. I really don't. Okay, I'm done messing around. Set this down for now, and come back when I get this drum off. Well, I just spoke to myself for 5 minutes and didn't hit record. Got the drum off with little to no persuasion, came right off. Came off easier than Big Red's drums. Hit it with some brake clean to get the cobwebs off of it, and I mean, I'll be dipped. Still got the paint on the springs. The adjuster still turned a little bit. Look at that. Oop, grease. Really not so bad. Not so bad at all. I do want to convert this to drum brakes, sorry, disc brakes, because they got like 400 bucks, 500 bucks to get a full power master cylinder all the way down to, you know, the things, the rotors, the calipers and pads and whatnot. But honestly, this looks fine. Pretty interesting. So, I mean, as bad as it is, right? I can lose my hand inside certain parts of it. Other parts of it aren't so bad. Cleaned this off before. I hope I recorded that. That was fun for me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide this back on now that I know this is off. I'm gonna slide the drum back on now that I know I can take it off. Just put it back on for now. And start doing the same on the other side, the rear, just making sure, like, I mean, the bearing on this is just fine. That bearing is just fine. So, Timken, look at that, right inside there. Timken. So, I'm gonna put this back together, and I mean, what I do want to do is take the whole front clip off so I have better access to it. And start just going through everything, seeing what's there, what's not, what's gonna come off, what needs to be cut off, what needs to be broken off. I think this is a win. This drum is a win right here. So I'm gonna pause, put it back together, and move to another side. All right, well, that pile and that pile, check this out. Let's see if we can make a thing. Clean that off now. All right, so I just busting the rear drum off because I didn't want to move to the driver's side of the car yet. Where's that little? This side. Come on. A little bit of that side. How do you want to go? You want to go easy? You want to go the hard way? It's up to you. Either way, you're coming off. Come on. Ooh. Come on, baby. Let it ride. Well, you don't need to hold on anymore. You held on for 40 years in the dirt. You ain't gonna drive under your own power unless you let me take you apart. All right, I'm gonna set the camera down. I'll be back when this comes. Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, let go already. Whew. This thing has been a fight. Every step, every little half inch at a time, it has fought us. So, let's see. You want to just give up now? Got nothing left to hold on to. Hold on to what we got. That might just be the strongest back plate spring ever. The little springs that hold the everything to the back plate, the backing plate right here. I forget what those are called. I'll call them backing plate springs. Woo, baby. There she goes. More leverage. Woo! All right. Well, that was a pain in the ass, but look at that. Good news. That's not, the axle's not frozen. I was more worried about that than anything else. I could care less about these old springs. See, look how much weight reduction we got during that process. But very happy that this is the result. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull off these old springs, put the drum back on so there's nothing that's going to keep it there, and that way I have easy access for next time. Until this is running and driving, I don't need to do brakes on this. So here we are. We got both drums off. The front drum looked good. The rear drum made us fight hard, but it's off. Axle's free. Step one of all steps of steps is, do we have a rear end that can move? And it's possible. So I think that's it for right now. I'm gonna throw this back together with the shoes off, and yeah, step by step we're gonna take this thing apart. We're gonna see what's good, what's bad, and we're gonna figure out how to replace what's bad. Nothing scares me about the rust. I don't care. We gotta cut, we gotta weld, we gotta buy a new subframe. Whatever it takes, however long it takes, we're gonna get this done. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this segment of video, and I'll catch you tomorrow. And I know it doesn't look like much, but I really dig this gold color. We could use a couple more coats when we put the real tires and wheels on, but I dig a nice gold on gold action. And we're gonna leave this as is, but we're gonna put some nice wheels and tires on it one of these days. For now, we just gotta make sure it'll roll. See what's good, see what's bad. Let's take the front clip off of it and pull the motor out and transmission. Might just end up using the motor and transmission out of this thing. It's 5.3 with a 6L80 two-wheel drive. If I don't find something before now. I messaged a guy, I found a 67 455, I think he said it was, the ad said it was. 455 with a TH 400 behind it, for a couple dollars. So maybe that'll be what I pick up. We'll see what we end up buying. For now, it's just a tear down process, back in it, and yeah, take you guys through every step.